Hello everyone and welcome back to Cyrus Yuan Channel. It's been 3 months since the last video I made for you guys, and I've changed our channel's name from Cyrus Yuan Science Channel to just Cyrus Yuan Channel. That's right, after today's video, we'll be doing some topics on history or even mythology, so make sure you stay tuned for the next video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, like my videos, and watch my other videos after you finish this one. So today, we'll be talking about taxonomy, commonly known as the classification of living things. With so many living things around the world, we really need to sort them out into different categories. Today we'll be discussing the taxonomy classification scientists use, the binary naming system scientists use to name species, and some examples of taxonomy classification. So what is taxonomy? What is the classification of living things? Well, the classification of living things is just an easy to understand and easy to communicate classification of things. So you can easily say that, oh, this thing is part of this group, which is part of this group, which is part of that group, right? So that was unscientific, so I'll show you the scientific way of explaining this. So all living things are separated into either one of three domains: bacteria, archaea, or eukarya. In the domain of bacteria, there are the eubacteria, which are all the bacteria. In the domain of archaea, there are archaebacteria, which are the oldest life in this world. They're even older than bacteria. They're like the ancient bacteria. They came before dinosaurs. They came before anything was in this world. And after that, there's eukarya, which is animals, plants, protists, and fungi. Familiar things. By classifying like this, it makes describing an animal easier. So first you say the animal's domain. Then you say its kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and lastly you say its species. So let's do an example on humans, because that was a little bit confusing, right? So humans are in the domain of eukarya, right? And they're inside the kingdom of Animalia, which is all animals, right? And then they're inside the phylum of Chordata, which is any creature with internal skeletal systems and backbones. And then they're inside the class of Mammalia, which is mammals. And they're inside the order of primates, which are monkeys and that sort of monkey-like things. And then they're inside the family of Hominidae, which are apes and humans, which are all these creatures that can stand up. They're intelligent. They don't have tails, right? And they're in the genus of Homo, which are basically all humans in history, like Homo neanderthalis, Homo erectus, and also us, the Homo sapiens. And sapiens is the species of us. Now, this should clarify it up a little bit, right? Next, we're going to talk about the naming system of species, but it's called binomial nomenclature. So, binomial nomenclature is how scientists name specific species, like Homo sapiens, Tursiops truncatus, and other common scientific names. They're all examples of binomial nomenclature. So, let's see how it works, right? Binomial nomenclature is Latin for binary naming system, which is meaning it uses the genus and species of any species to form a name, right? So let's look at an example. So for example, humans, they have the genus of Homo and the species of sapiens, right? So we call us Homo sapiens, which is the scientific name for us, right? So, but then why do we need to use the scientific name? It's because it makes things more specific. So if you just say dolphins, they don't know what dolphin you're talking about. Are you talking about the Chinese South Sea, pink dolphin, or are you talking about dolphins from Arctic or something? But now I'm going to tell you, I'm talking about Tursiops truncatus. And then when you know Tursiops truncatus, if you're a scientist and you study the binomial nomenclature, you would know that Tursiops truncatus means bottlenose dolphin. Okay, so that's how they name the species. So next we're going to look at more examples of taxonomy and binomial nomenclature. So first of all, let's look at these mangoes. These mangoes, this is its classification. I'm not going to read it out, but then you can see over here that they have this division thing instead of phylum, right? It's a little bit different from us. So, but then let's look at its scientific name. So its scientific name is Mangifera indica, which is the genus and species of this mango, right? So next, let's look at giraffes. So giraffes, their scientific name is Giraffa camelopardalis. So it's basically their genus Giraffa and their species Camelopardalis. So that's how we name all these scientific names, right? So all in all, every single living species has its own classification based on taxonomy levels. So it's all the way from domain to species, and different kind of kingdoms and different kind of things have different classifications. But mainly it follows the order I've explained before, right? So every single species also has its own binomial nomenclature scientific name, combining the genus and the species. So last but not least, we looked at different animals, taxonomy, classifications, right? Thanks for watching, and remember to like, subscribe, and watch my other videos.